Happy Wednesday, Kat. How are you?
I'm okay. I've been reading news about all the airport debacle bullshit,
Yeah.
which was very upsetting.
Yes.
Um, and I'm not enjoying this rain.
No, it just stopped raining, it looks like. It's just very windy now. What is there not to enjoy?
Well, the wind wasn't fun either. I have three
Okay.
flags on my patio, and I thought they were going to blow away.
Yeah, it was pretty rough this morning. I was like, come on, lose power so I don't have to go to work. And then I'm like, nope, second day of work. I should really go to work anyway. So anyway,
Yeah. No, I mean my biggest complaint is this overreach and putting ICE agents in airports, and the TSA folks still aren't really getting paid. Airplanes and flight times, everyone's having delays, and then I don't know how any of our elected people can just watch this shit go on.
I don't I got nothing. I really don't understand the capitulation across the board for the most part. Continual clusterfuck that is now America's aviation system,
Mhm.
whether it's TSA or the one at traffic control person who had been working a 10-hour shift, made a minor mistake, tried to correct but wasn't able to in time, and still had to work alone 4 hours longer
Mhm.
before any relief is just mind-blowingly bad. I think the shut what I can't think of it. I just had him just fleeted. This isn't it, but Mark Wayne Mullen.
Mhm.
Mark Wayne being one word, worse than Kristi Noem.
Oh, right.
Confirmed as the next DHS secretary, who sits on intelligence panel. And 5 days before the orange shit given, sent people into Venezuela to kidnap the president and his wife and kill 70 people in the process, he bought a ton of Chevron stock. Guess what the only oil company that operates in Venezuela is?
Right, and I would consider that insider trading.
Yes. Yeah. The thing that fucking Martha Stewart went to jail for. Martha Stewart went to jail for.
So, let's see. He is a former MMA fighter and plumber. Oh, goody. Well, he'll be able to fix things when they break it
He
around the
tried
place.
starting he wanted to fight the head of the United Auto Workers guy several years back, and Bernie Sanders had to tell him to shut the hell up and remember that he's a senator. But they were gonna take it out into the hallway.
Oh, I forgot about
You
that.
remember that one?
Yes.
Fucking amazing. I wanted to see that beat down, and then him and Rand Paul got into it just a week or 2 ago. Um, I don't I get how horrible these people are,
Mhm.
right? I get that starting the war with Iran was a not wag the dog, but wag the world kind of event, right? To keep the Epstein thing from closing in. Guarantee you that's the only reason that happened when it did. Um, but they have no one stopping them. Nothing is changing. Um, Steve Hofstetter, who's, I guess, a writer comedian that I follow on Facebook, did a post a few days ago saying, "Hey, our 2-month-old amazingly woke up and rolled over doing the most amazing impression of Chuck Schumer at that age." And I'm like, yes, the judiciary is slamming them down left and right, and it
Right.
doesn't matter. They're either ignoring it or they're saying, okay, we won't do that. A New York judge said that they can't ban the New York Times from the Pentagon press room. So they decided to close down the Pentagon press room. There's nothing stopping them. And the voting rights is going to pass, or not pass, but the limitations on mail-in voting that Oregon's been doing for 20 years is gonna be deemed illegal,
Maybe, but I mean, even before that, if
probably.
you are somebody who changed their name
Oh, yeah.
and it doesn't match up to your birth certificate or you didn't get an amended, I guess you can get an amended birth certificate. I don't really know because everyone I know, whoever got married and changed their name did not change their birth certificate. Their marriage
Yeah,
license reflects the
yeah.
change.
I would like an amended birth certificate so it, says that I was born in New York because I was born in Florida.
Oh,
I
that's
didn't
sad.
move to New York till I was 5 years old. I didn't move to New York, my parents moved to New York. I'm 5 years old, I was in Florida, and I was like, "You know, fuck this noise, man."
You don't
And
wanna be linked as a Florida boy?
no, just standing out there with my five-year-old thumb and hitchhike up to New York, and yeah, I wanna be amended to be a native New Yorker. Yeah, I don't John Roberts, like the podcasts I like to listen to, Strict Scrutiny, Amicus, talked about John Roberts making a very stern statement against the president of the United States. We really need to stop criticizing judges, and they don't always get it right, but there's remedies for that. So we have to stop attacking judges because that's the wrong thing to do. And I think either Melissa Murray or Leah Littman said it was the most milk toast fucking statement by a Supreme Court Chief Justice ever. Even the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, who's continually attacked by the monster that he put into office,
Mhm.
only pushing back by poking this hard. So I don't there's no opposition except for the millions of people that show up for the No Kings marches.
Which
And
hopefully
our
this weekend will be amazing.
Yeah, it'll be ginormous.
Yeah, I know some people who are going to them. I've actually never attended a No Kings March.
I might actually be out there on Saturday.
I'm thinking if
Um,
it doesn't rain, I will cruise it with my motorcycle.
that's true, I can cruise it on my, electric bike.
Oh, and you could bring your, drone.
That's true, I can drone them because 'cause that'll go over well. "Hey, kill the drone!" "No, don't! It's on the right side of the left side of the" anyway,
You know how it goes. Sometimes a drone gets away with stuff and sometimes it doesn't.
no, 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 I think that's actually not a bad idea. Every time we have a march in Portland in the last 10 years, the people on the ground are doing estimates of 20, 30,000 people.
Mhm.
And Fox 12 says there are 17 people out there, and then KGW is like, oh, at least 5 to 8,000 people. So it might actually not be a bad idea if the weather is amenable to it to run the drone down the riverfront.
It could be really nice because I think all the other ones that are starting in other places, the idea is that somehow they end up at the Battleship Memorial by 12
Mm,
o'clock. I don't know if that'll work just because one of them's out in Hollywood district, and it's like, I know people aren't gonna walk from Hollywood to the waterfront.
it's downhill.
Ah,
I mean,
this
I mean,
town.
if you start all the way up in Cully, it's downhill.
Yeah, this town, though. I mean, people don't walk. You see how many cars are out there. You see how many
No,
people
no,
on
no
the
one's gonna
little
walk from
scooters.
actually, that's not true. Occupy march from Hollywood to downtown or vice versa, I forget.
Yeah, but that was what, over 10 years ago. You see people
Yeah,
walking today?
everybody's older now. They're too fucking old to walk that far.
And the
All
young
those
ones just take an Uber.
Yeah, it's like
No, anyway. But
they're
no, the No King's March is gonna be very cool. I mean, I do appreciate that they are nationwide, and we need things that are all ages, that are friendly, that are peaceful
yeah,
in a sense, as peaceful as marches can be, and,
right.
I mean, everyone deserves the right to be able to go out and express that. I don't always advocate for, like, the tougher ones, like, those are hard. Those are very,
Yeah,
very hard.
they are. There is a case that strict scrutiny was just talking about. I'm gonna keep talking about this podcast about I don't recall all the details off the top of my head, but a police officer that was injured because someone threw a rock at him at a protest.
Yeah.
is suing the organizer of the protest for putting on a violent protest, although it was a single individual that threw a rock. It wasn't declared a riot or anything, and, nobody knows who actually threw the rock, but the Fifth Circuit doubled down on a decision and is allowing or is trying to allow a trial to go forward, which will if that goes forward, that means anybody who organizes any march will be liable for anything that happens to it any time.
It also potentially could open up the door to other lawsuits that could contain, like, some other category of people. Like, I'm just thinking of a slippery slope. I don't have an example off the top of my head.
Yeah, no, no, everything will stifle any opposition.
You know how hard it is to try and have a lawsuit against police departments and other federal agents and authority, and they're like, "Well, if you don't know the individual, we can't hold them accountable."
Yeah, no, and well, they already have kind of a qualified immunity anyway.
Right.
But this will stifle it probably won't. People are still gonna go out there, but the intention of this lawsuit is to keep, the moms and dads with their kids from, getting more involved with stuff, right, and scare people away. I don't think it'll have that effect. I think too many people are like, "Fuck this shit." And, the last No Kings and really hate the title No Kings because
That's my problem with it, which is why I don't go.
that's just fucking stupid.
Well, and it's
Uh,
still rooted in England, it's has that root,
you know?
so that bothers me.
Yeah, our problem is that he's not acting like a king. The
Nope.
problem is that nobody's fucking stopping him from acting like Dildo Mussolini, right? Orange Dildo I know I'm calling him a dildo, but, I think it works. That's the problem. No fascism march, fuck hatred march, and can't bring your kid to a march that has the word fuck in it. How are you gonna defeat the fascism? Or how are you gonna defeat fascism? Just embrace the fuck. Maybe
What?
maybe that needs to be a t-shirt, "Embrace the fuck."
Well, it is Portland, it would sell.
Fuck this, fuck that, fuck you,
Embrace the fuck.
fuck it, embrace the fuck.
That could be on the back of it, just
Yeah,
all the way down, just all these sentences.
embrace the fuck.
Are you gonna wear that on Saturday?
No.
Oh,
No, I don't do you think I look good in a hat?
I think it can pass. I don't think a white hat works for you, though. It kinda gave, like, golfing dad vibe. Mm-mm. Not no. Is that the foam hat? Is that the foam
Yeah,
front?
it's the
Yeah.
foam
Nobody
trucker
looks good in a
hat.
foam front hat.
I don't think I look good in a hat. My head's too big.
Just don't
I
ever
just look like a
wear
balloon animal in a hat.
just don't ever wear a bucket hat. Do you
Right.
remember when Dan Ryan was wearing a bucket hat every day? This is the weirdest kvetch ever.
One time I can't find it. I have IKEA was selling them. It's a IKEA bucket hat made
No.
out of their big blue
Yes.
bags.
No, I've seen no, man, no. Oh, God. Oh, God. No, now you look like a senior citizen. Don't wear that one. Just like that. Now you look like the fucking flying nun. What are you doing over there?
I don't know, I'm tired, man.
This is the weirdest kvetch ever.
I I told you I took a nap before this, and I really haven't really woken up. Um, what's going on locally besides everything being awful?
City
Um,
council is taking a break this week, which is
yes,
much, much deserved.
yes.
And let's see what else. Sunstone Way was in the news again. I don't know if you saw that.
Again? Oh, the
Yes.
billboards.
Yes. And the
Nobody
question is,
knows how
where'd the money? What money? What's
what
the line
money.
item? How'd you pay for that? Pennies, buttons, good looks?
How it just like, I
No,
just
but really, it's like, first of all, they're closing some of their 120 beds, I think is the number,
yeah,
right?
right.
And they already just got in huge trouble. We all know this.
Yep.
And somehow they have two billboards, I think it was.
I think it's 4.
Four?
4 billboards.
Okay, billboards are not cheap.
I don't think they're terribly expensive, but regardless, it doesn't matter. What is the point?
Exactly. Now you're just
And
fooling people.
and both the city and the county, if memory serves, said that there is no line item in their contract that would allow advertising on a billboard for reimbursement or spending those funds.
Right, so where'd the
And
money come from?
Sunstone Way had nothing to say about it, last I read. And, who are the geniuses who came up with this? I hate Jerry Seinfeld. Anyway,
Maybe it's the same,
who are the marketing geniuses that anyway,
maybe it's the same people who had put up the Schmidt Show billboard.
aren't they behind what's the pack that they're behind now?
Partnership Portland Partnership, yeah, they
Partnership for Progress.
Prog
Something.
Progress Portland, that's us. Wait,
No, that's us. No, no. Didn't they have Progress in their name?
I thought
Maybe not.
Partnerships for Progress?
I did I don't know.
I'd have
What's
to
his
look it up.
face who can't win an election, couldn't win, earthworm wrangler.
Oh, Vadim Mayersky?
Vadim, thank you. Yeah.
Yes. The man who
Um,
cried one day and said he's afraid to go to downtown.
it's like
It's so scary.
it's a Morrissey thing. He's got all the, just cut it, I don't have a joke there.
Somebody else had who was, like, backing him up had said that downtown Portland, specifically Old Town, was like ground zero, and it's like, "No, it's not. Shut the fuck up." You know, you keep saying, like, shit like this, and you're gonna mess up any sort of revenue
Well
we are trying to bring in. Because
well,
yes,
yeah,
there's a lot of abandoned spaces, and it's a little grungy, but
yeah.
Old
Guess
Town has always
why?
been grungy
Guess why there's just not a lot of people downtown.
because a lot of people work from home, and it's too fucking expensive to rent an office down there now.
And you never built housing in the core of
Mhm.
downtown. You did South Waterfront, that was Vera Katz, nothing affordable there.
Right.
You built Pearl District on poisoned industrial ground,
Yep.
but nothing affordable there. The
Welcome
one
to your cancer
affordable
condo.
what was it? Cancer, yeah, cancer condo. Nobody can afford to live there, and, people are moving away
Mhm.
because guess what? There's nothing going on down there. People try to open up things, and then rent hasn't gone down.
May have
Rent
gone
has
down a hair, but not enough that it's making a difference, but
Yeah,
commercial leases are outrageous downtown
yeah.
because it was greedy profits, so you can't really open anything downtown.
No, no, the Schnitzer family and the other major landowners,
Land
landhoers,
hose?
land
Land
hosts.
hose. Actually, I like that.
Just have me take a crappy nap for half an hour and you're gonna get, uh, I forgot my fuck slogan already,
Embrace
embrace fuck,
embrace the fuck and those
embrace
land
the
hose.
fucking land hose, yeah. You're welcome, Portland.
If
By the way,
these
those are
land hose
trademarked and copyrighted, and I want royalties.
No, but really, if commercial real estate, if the leases were reasonable, more reasonable.
Yeah.
I know plenty of offices that left the west side, moved over to the east side because it was cheaper.
Yeah, yeah, and storefronts and everything
Mhm,
else. I mean, I love how during the holiday time, they'll rent storefronts at pennies on the dollar just to fill them up so that people show up downtown. They've been doing that for years, long before any kind of pandemic,
mhm.
but they stand empty almost the entire time. How can they afford to leave them empty all that t oh, tax write-offs, that's right.
Right.
So
Meanwhile, there are people going downtown because, especially now, the cherry blossoms are out. Everything is
yeah,
cool.
exactly.
The weekend was very, very pretty. I went and I hung out with one of my friends and we went to go get burgers. And it was like, Jesus Christ, there's people everywhere.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
there was nowhere to hang out.
I was in the U District this weekend. I went up there, helping a friend, retake over a store she started 30 years ago,
Mhm,
Red Light Vintage. It is, it's a 10-minute walk from, UW main campus. It reminds me a lot of Portland in that there are a lot of unhoused people living in corners that are unoccupied and stuff like that, but there are so many small shops and restaurants and places in between 1 or 2 places that are unrented or whatever, and granted, we don't have the same density of
mhm.
people in the area, but it's clear that none of these smaller places are gonna have the kind of foot traffic that's gonna be able to support, thousands and thousands of dollars a month in rent.
Right.
So, obviously, they're charging less rent for those spaces, and you want downtown Portland to thrive. Eminent domain, just take it all away from, the Menashe, the Schnitzers, and all the other folks who are sitting on top of these places that are unrentable. Go take the old, bank area that was, the Key Bank building that, turned into the drug den, and make it into the food cart mecca that, the Ritz-Carlton destroyed.
Mhm.
By the way, I stepped into their food cart alley there.
Yeah.
It was the saddest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. It was lunchtime downtown Portland, and there are, like, 13 people in there, not including the staff. There was probably 20, 30 people working at, across 7 or 8 different food venues, but there was maybe 13 people buying lunch. Yeah, there's so many things the city could do, invest in to revitalize downtown,
Mhm.
but you want something? Downtown can stay fallow. I don't fucking care. Revitalize East Portland, revitalize North St. John's, open up 24/7 warming, cooling centers with integrated services. Spend the money on something that's gonna make a real difference for real people in
Mhm.
Portland, and rethink how downtown Portland is gonna exist beyond the days of filled office spaces, because that ain't never fucking coming back.
No, no, we don't have a financial district. We don't have a white collar district the way a larger city would have had one and established it. It never got established that way. We don't have enough shopping areas in downtown, really. I mean, there are stores there, but it's not enough where you're just going to maybe walk 10 blocks and randomly pop in and out of stores. We
Right,
don't
right.
have that in here.
It's
Other
just not gonna
cities,
happen.
no, other cities were built like that. And even avenues on the east side are built like that. And so that's why the storefronts do tend to reopen again and again and again. Like
Yeah.
even on Northeast Broadway, when I first moved over in this area, there were a couple that were like totally just up for rent. They've been open. Everything's fine. And it's like we have a few more restaurants, we have a couple of new hair salons, we have more tattoo places, massage places.
Yeah. Uh, Go rethink downtown. Don't
Mhm.
just bring the same dumbass people in saying, "We need to force people back into the office because 'cause that'll make a difference." It won't.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Mm.
You might get a lunchtime rush, but then it'll be like any other downtown you've seen in large cities. The weekend comes or after 5 o'clock, and it's abandoned.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I
Manhattan's like that too, down by World Trade Center. It would just be empty on the weekends, and the only people down there would be kids skateboarding.
I mean, the part that still thrives is 21st and 23rd Avenue, but that's
Sure.
because guess what? You have several thousand people who live in the area. They will walk 3 or 4 blocks to go frequent something. Nobody's gonna go to the central of downtown unless they absolutely fucking have to for some reason,
Mhm.
and they don't. So they're not gonna go hang out at all. The only reason I go to downtown Portland is to get my damn allergy shots most of the time.
Yeah, and the
Or,
reason
well,
those avenues
Portland building.
thrive is the same reason, like, Lombard thrives. It's the same reason that, like, Broadway or Belmont or Hawth because there's a bunch of little stores and people will go for a walk and then go, "Oh, let's pop in here for a minute," and maybe
Yeah,
pick something up that they weren't expecting to. Alberta's the same now.
yeah. 3 blocks from me is a Urine Tavern. It's been there for
Mhm.
70, 80 years. I mean, it used to serve longshoremen, now it serves lower class grungy, middle class grungy. No, it doesn't. It's still kind of rough, but rough in the best way with great cocktails and food. It's kinda bespoke Urine Tavern.
This city is trying to be a bigger city than it is, and it tried to grow really hard, and it didn't think ahead. And this was something I was complaining about earlier today, that when people in charge are making decisions, and we've seen this locally and we've seen it federally, they don't think about the next 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, or what do we actually want for the future. They just think about today. And I was talking to Lauren about it, and she said that she's come across something where they were talking about how the way this country was founded, but basically folks who were thinking we have to do these things till we get into heaven. So all they're thinking about is their immediate need. It's like you come
Right,
here, you
right, right.
colonize, you do
Well, the
A, B, and
rapture
C.
could happen at any time, and
Well,
then
can it happen? Because there's some people really need to go.
that what was that where did that come from? Somebody was talking about that recently, like, somebody was in a coma. Well, it's a video or something. I think my kids were telling me that someone wakes up from a coma after a few years, and they introduce some person back into society, and there's world peace and equity, and everybody's got a place to live, and there's food and sunshine and no pollution. It's like, "What happened? How did you guys figure it out?" And they're like, "Oh, the rapture happened."
Did I ever tell you I got out of a date once by bringing up the
By
rapture?
rapturing yourself?
Yes, kind of.
Just floated away?
There, it was, this was, oh God, had over 10 years ago easily. And there was somebody had hit me up, and we had been chatting, and I was like, I don't know. And she was pushing really hard to like meet up. And, at that point in time, I was not nearly as bitchy as I am now. So I didn't really know how to say no well. And so to get out of it, I decided I was going to be a little funny. And if she got it, then it could be like, all right, I'll meet up. So what I said was, I'm not sure if I can meet up. Let's pretend it was Saturday. I'm not sure if I can meet up on Saturday because it's supposed to be a rapture, and I might need to prepare for it. And she wrote back, and she's like, "You believe in that stuff? You're nuts. Never mind." And I was like, "Yes,
Yeah, first of
no
all,
date,
not not incorrect. Second of all, isn't gonna get my sense of humor,
no."
but, I give her some credit for just being like, "Yeah, I'm not even gonna entertain somebody even if they might be joking," right? Like, and I have friends who are evangelical Christians, and they're amazing fucking people. They embrace what, the teachings of Jesus are meant to be,
Sure.
right? And if and when that rapture happens, I hope they stick around because they're not gonna wanna be up there with all those other motherfuckers.
Well, that's the thing. Also, what kind of ego do you have that you think you're going to heaven?
Yeah, right? Yeah,
Like, you're not going to heaven.
yeah,
I'm not going to heaven, but you're
yeah.
it's like, fucker, you're definitely not going to heaven.
Yeah, yeah, no, I've done my best to make sure that, go to hell. I'm not going to hell, I'm Jewish.
No,
Jesus,
you don't believe in hell.
no, we don't really believe in anything other than a really good bagel with a nice schmear and thinly sliced onion, a little bit of tomato slices Swiss. Now I'm really hungry.
Is there a purgatory in Judaism?
I don't think no, Judaism, the idea of Judaism, my grandfather told my father that all he needed to do to be a good Jew was to be a good person. It's a religion,
It's a culture.
it's a culture, thank you, that's the word that I'm looking for. It's a culture that believes in doing good acts, and you show the person you are through those acts. There've always been a degree of persecution, so they also always, focus on resiliency, coexistence, not striving with other people.
Mhm,
There's a lot of similarities in cultural Judaism and Taoism. That's
mhm.
why I think the Tao Te Ching really, really spoke to me because it's all about the mindfulness you have of who you are, where you are, either as an individual or as a person in society. And I think cultural Judaism has that same kind of reflective quality. So, but
I
yeah,
mean,
no
it's
no
yeah.
heaven, no hell, no purgatory. You're here, then you're gone. So while you're here, don't be a fucking dick.
Is it Terry Pratchett said that purgatory is an airport?
Right? It's an airport in Georgia.
No, but I mean, can now we can flow into Israel and Gaza if you want, where it's like that is the core of Judaism as far as I understood too, was be a good person and don't be a dick.
Yeah, I've got nothing.
And don't
One in
use your religion as a shield
no,
to promote some sort of terrible government oppression.
one in 5 Lebanese people are currently displaced.
Mhm,
Gaza is being whatever's left of it is being destroyed. The West Bank, settlers are committing pogroms on Palestinians living there,
mhm.
and, they're still trying to escalate the entire regional conflict. I think the most bonkers thing not about that, that's just like even Bernie Sanders, every other word when he talks about is, "We can't give money to people committing genocide." But it took him a year longer than it should have to get there, and it eats at my soul daily, it really does. It's such a fucking oppressive weight,
It shouldn't
but
be as hard as it was because we criticize our government and we divide it out from any religion because everything we say here is in God we trust. It's a Christian-ish thing. And you don't see churches and other Christian places losing their damn minds, backing the president blindly. So it's like, why can't you criticize the Israeli government and yet not criticize the religion itself?
yeah, there's something very much well, it has nothing to do with religion, it has to do with the Zionism, and Zionism and Judaism are not the
Not the
same thing,
same. No.
not at all. It's an ideology versus a cultural practice. And you can argue that Judaism is a religion because it is to a degree, but reformed practices to conservative practices have been the norm for most of its existence, as opposed to an orthodoxy and an orthodoxy that excludes everybody else. And none of it is simple, none of it is clear. There's lines that bleed across each other literally, and, it allows people who just hate Jews to leverage all of it for their own means. The Kahanists in the Israeli government, which includes Benjamin Netanyahu, who's always been a Kahanist, and the Likud party that is filled with Kahanists,
Mhm.
have always believed Meir Kahane said in the, what, 70s or 80s that Palestinians should be drowned in the sea like rats. That has always been their goal, and now they have the opportunity to see it through. To what end, I don't know. If you start World War III, does it matter? Anyway,
Start World War III, start a civil war, and then also want a Nobel Peace Prize.
yeah, and they're old. The people who are doing this are old. They're not gonna live much longer anyway, and I think that is the nihilistic truth of it all, that they don't fucking care.
Oh, I'm sure they don't give a
They
shit.
wanna see it all burned down before they go and live it up while they're still around until whatever happens to them.
Mhm.
And that's a bright, happy ending.
And with that note, goodbye. No.
And with that note, what are you looking forward to, Kat?
One good thing that I am looking forward to is that since the weather is getting better, I get to start riding my motorcycle more.
Yay, yes.
Yes. So, and
Um,
considering gas is $5 a gallon.
well, I mean, I drive an EV because I'm white, middle-aged. I'm not middle-aged. If I was middle-aged, I'd be 32. I'll probably be in City Hall a few times, on my lunch hour, I guess. I don't know how I'm gonna do all this, but we'll find out.
Wear your "you dumb" hat.
I bring both hats, so,
Just
like, depending on who's talking, I'll just put on "You dumb,"
Mhm.
And then if they say something really fucking stupid or they pass something stupid, fuck that noise.
See? This is
Yeah,
perfect. Yeah,
I need one more. I need a oh, the other hat. Wait, wait, wait. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Do I have it back here? I don't have it back here. The other one just says no.
I like that. I
Guess who's
mean,
getting a new no hat?
just make sure these are on the website because I feel like there's plenty of people who would buy one of those hats.
All right, they're going on the website.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Let's make you $5 if we can.
Fives of dollars.
Yes. All
Yes.
right. I will talk to you soon.
Talk to you later.
Progress
Bye,
Portland
Ken.
is also on Facebook and Instagram, and we have event listings and updates on our website, progressportland.org. There's a content form on our website if you'd like to help out or have questions or comments. Our theme music is by the Portland band Helvetia.